らっしゃいいらっしゃい。そこの奥さん寄っていかない。
I kind of forgot what happened last time. So this was, a little surprising, but hello everyone, my name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins Gate, my darling's embrace, I think. I don't know. Oh, that's right, we're over at, Okabe's place, and his parents run a store, and, Mayuri is here too, so I guess that kind of explains things. And yeah, there was that weird dream in the last episode too. Alright, it's all coming back to me.
そっちの人参は150円だけど、少しおまけしちゃおうかな。キャベツを半分かい？いいよ、カットしちゃうよ。
っておいこらー、ラボに行ったんじゃないのか。
まゆしね、実は昔からやってみたかったんだよ、八百屋さん。
ああ。
What a reaction. We tended the store for the next 2 or so hours. 80% of the ladies who came to the store said, "Oh, Ritaro-chan, you finally got married." And one of them even looked at Mayuri and cried. I always knew the two of you would wind up together. Whatever that means. Damn, we are oblivious. When we were finally released from our duty, I was spent. Mayuri looked tired too, but she smiled at me and said one of my dreams came true. Pretending to run a grocery store is a pretty easy dream to grant. When I told her that, she just laughed at me. It was cute. Yeah, I guess so. Oh hey, now we're back at the lab. Mayuri and I had a late lunch at Kitchen Jiro, and when we arrived at the lab, everyone except Lukako was there. He texted me earlier and told me he was really busy preparing for tomorrow's festival though, so that was unsurprising. Not surprising, unsurprising. I stopped the hyperactive Ferris with my right hand.
Okabe Rintaroもモデルをやったんだって？
What is this? I did everything in my power to keep the details of the shoot under wraps. Moeka should be the only one who knows. Shining finger, you backstabber. I'll see you in court. But when I looked at her with fire in my eyes, Moeka simply shook her head. I haven't said anything. Then who told them, Mayuri, probably?
もしかして話したらいけなかったのかな。
Uh-oh.
フェリスちゃんにメールしちゃった。
Well, there you go. It only takes one little spread for it to spread all around. Damn it. Come to think of it, I never explicitly told her not to tell anyone.
いや別に構わんぞ。この法王院教魔の新たなる才能が開花したのだからな。大いに広めるがいい。
Well, I can't unring that bell. At least all the photos will show are my hand and back. At least all the photos will show. I hope. That's not fair, Okabe-kun. You're so nice to Shina-san. I'm jealous.
いや勘違いするな、始圧しよう。俺はお前を疑ったことなど一度もないぞ。
Actually, we did doubt her, to be completely honest. Yeah, there you go. Sort of a grudge-holding type, aren't you, Finger? Oh, and there's something I need the two of you to confirm for me today. Something we need to confirm. As I was wondering this, Moeka pulled out a USB memory stick out of her pocket. It was about pinky size and had a keyring attached to it for an easier grip. I don't know what it is, but I interrupt Daru's web surfing and hand it to him.
何これ？
始圧師からだ。見てほしいらしい。
Oh. Daru inserted the USB memory into his computer, and a folder popped up on the screen. A folder containing a bunch of photos. And they were named photo A01, A02, yeah, we get it. Kirisu was the first to realize what they were.
もしかして昨日撮影したっていう写真じゃないの？
何？そうなのか？
I turned to Moeka for confirmation and she nodded.
サイトに使いたい写真。編集部でセレクトしたの。確認してほしい。
見たい見たい。
Everyone gathers around the computer and Daru prepared to click the first photo.
ちょっと待って。みんなに見られたら恥ずかしいのです。
Mayuri tries to cover the screen, but the gentleman perv Daru interjects.
むふー、秘密の写真を無理やりさらされるマユシの姫。できればもう少し涙声でお願いします。
Come on, man.
変態は死ね。ねえ、キリュウさん、別に変な写真じゃないんでしょ？うん。とっても綺麗だと思う。ならいいじゃない、マユリ。
そうだにゃ、見せてほしいにゃ。でも。
Mayuri was protesting, but she also snuck a glance at the PC screen. I think Moeka saying they're really beautiful has her curious.
隠しても意味ないにゃ。どのみちサイトが出来上がればみんなに見られてしまうだにゃ。
Mayuri thought this over for a bit, but she gave up or fell to her curiosity to see the pictures. She moved away from the computer. I mean, it's actually just all the same image for us, but whatever. I'm also curious as to how our shots turned out. I take an interested look at the screen.
それじゃ、マユシの秘蔵写真を見てみるお。
Excuse me. Daru clicked a file and the photo expanded onto the screen.
これは。
Okabe, we literally saw this. Everyone was awestruck by what they saw. I had seen Mayuri like this in person yesterday, but I must admit, even I was stunned into silence. Standing in the light of the carousel, Mayuri looked almost fairy-like in her dress. On her face, she wore a cute smile. Her eyes, narrowed by her smile, were glistening as they reflected the sparkling lights. Her skin looked as smooth as fine china, and her cheeks were a cherry blossom pink. Her glossed lips were similarly floral, looking like a small bud of a rose.
かわいいね。すっごく。
いいじゃない、マユリ。
マユシ間違いなくブレイクの予感。
そんなことないよ。プロの人がメイクしてくれてね、綺麗に撮ってくれたからだよ。
Everyone praised Mayuri as she blushed and wiggled.
だるにゃん、次見せて次。
オケだお。
Daru clicked on the next file.
うわ、これもいいじゃない。
これならフェイリスの正当な後継者として妖精界の女王の座を譲ることができそうにゃん。
With each new file Daru clicked, Mayuri's beautiful image danced across the screen. The lab mems oohed and awed and cheered. But every time she was praised, Mayuri would writhe around and make uncomfortable noises like "fwa" or "yeah."
ん？ここからファイル名がちょっと変わるな。なんなん？
Uh-oh. They're named Photo B01, B02, and so on.
シチュエーションが違うの。
ああ、そういうこと。
早く見せてよ、橋田。
うん、ポチッとな。
The ladies and Daru opened their eyes wide. One beat later, the blood drained from my face and I screamed. On the merry-go-round on the screen, I saw Mayuri smiling and myself accompanying her in a tuxedo. Shining finger, what have you done? This isn't what you told me. I'm not obscured in this picture at all.
いうことだ貴様。
これいい写真だったから。
いやいやいや、このままでは期間に消されるぞ。
As I drew Moeka, I heard a few assorted comments from the lab mems.
嘘。
かっこいいにゃ。これ本当に岡部倫太郎なの？
偽物だ。僕は認めない。こんなの僕と同類のオカリンじゃないよ。
同類って何の同類だ。
あんたさ、普段からこうしてればいいのに。
そうしたらもっと女性から親近感を持たれると思うな。
God. I've never been praised for my appearance before, so I have no idea how to respond here.
他にもあるのかにゃ、二人の写真。
ここからここまで全部。
勘弁してくれ。
Having hit my limit, I walked away from the computer, slumped onto the couch, and put my head in my hands. My God. Are these happy photos of me going to be seen by the general public? Is this how the world will see the mad scientist who will plunge it into chaos? While I was soaking in my agony on the couch, the lab mems kept chirping over the photos. In spite of my internal extortions for the computer to break down and for the data to be erased, the PC continued displaying the pictures without a hitch.
この写真もそうだけど、どれもまゆりの表情がいいのよね。
可愛いんだけど、なんかちょっとだけ色っぽいにゃ。驚いたよ。椎名まゆりにこんな顔ができるとは想像もしてなかった。
やばいっす。ロリでちょいエロは無敵っす。
みんなもういいでしょ。次の写真に行こうよ。
Mayuri couldn't stand having her photos put under a microscope and wanted to move on to the next one. But Ferris seemed to love being able to tease Mayuri like this. She had a look in her eye like a cat playing with a toy.
まゆし、フェイリスは思うのにゃ。何？
Ferris extends her finger and points it directly at Mayuri's nose.
これは恋する女の子の顔だにゃ。
Ferris's accusation made Mayuri jump. She blushed all the way to the tips of her ears.
おいこらフェイリス、あんまりマユリを困らせるな。
にゅふ。
Ferris looked back at me, and the edges of her lips turned up. It really made her look like a cat. I'm glad we're now finally seeing the same thing that he's seeing. She slowly points her accusing finger in my direction.
なんだ。
この写真、まゆしを見つめる京馬の顔も恋をしてるにゃ。
なっ
Mayuri jumped once again.
ふにゃー、フェイリスの聖なる任務は失敗だにゃ。天上界に持ち帰らなくちゃいけない京馬の魂を先にまゆしに奪われてしまったのにゃー。
オカリンのくせに生意気だ。リア充爆発しろ。
岡部のくせに生意気だ。リア充爆発しろ。
What? Huh? Daru and Kirisu spoke simultaneously.
お前らいい加減にするがいい。俺はカオスより生まれた呪われし地平の創造主だ。愛だの恋だのと下賤な感情は持ち合わせておらんわ。
ねえまゆり、悪いこと言わないからこんなのやめた方がいいわよ。
Oh my god. That's fucked.
聞こえよがしに不愉快のことを言うな。まゆりも本気で悩むなよ。
Having had enough of this nonsense, I stood up from the couch. I put my wallet in my pocket and headed for the exit.
おい視圧師、写真の確認なんて今すぐやらんでもいいんだろ。
できれば今週中。
じゃあ俺は後でやるからな。
After I confirmed that with Moeka, I exited the lab saying I needed to get something at the convenience store. Ah, the perfect escape. Let's get out of there.
それじゃあそろそろ帰るわね。
ルカニャンの神社のお祭りって一回ここに集合してからみんなで行くのかにゃ。
なあ、それがいいだろ
楽しみだな。私初めてなんだよね、お祭り。
私も。
Kirisu slowly opened the door and stepped outside. Ferris, Susaha, and Moeka followed.
本当にいいの？まゆり起こさなくて。
う。なあ、いろいろあって疲れたんだろう。終電前には起こしてやるから大丈夫だ。
Mayuri is asleep, breathing calmly on the couch. She looks comfortable there that I'd feel sorry to wake her up.
あんた、襲ったらダメよ。
襲うか？誰もいるんだ。そんなことできんだろ。
I tilt my head in the direction of the development room. I can hear the sound of pages turning and a lecturer's chuckle behind the curtain. He must be reading the doujin manga he got at Kamima. He told me that he can't read it when Ferris-tan is around, so they're most likely on the, of the risque variety, of course.
じゃあまた明日にゃ。今日は。
なあ、またな。
The ladies descended the stairs and set off back to their respective homes.
さてと。
I sit down in front of the computer. I made sure that Daru was occupied with his doujins, and then I inserted the USB into the computer and opened the photo folder. I couldn't really get a look at them earlier because everyone was so worked up, but every photo really did look amazing. In one photo, Mayuri might be smiling broadly like a little girl, but she'd be giving a subtle, mature smile in the next. I don't think I've seen such a range of emotions in the time that I'd known her. I lost myself in the photos and time started passing me by. Yeah, this is definitely not awkward at all. And once I finished looking at all the photos, I stretch out. All of them looked great, but I appeared in way more of them than I thought I would.
騙したなしやつしめ。こんなことなら、もっとバイト代を踏んだくっておけばよかった。
My eyes aching from staring at the screen for so long, I stood up to get some Dr. Pepper. But a glance at the clock hit me like a punch to the gut. How is it this late already? I guess I really got engrossed in those photos.
おい、まゆり。そろそろ12時だぞ。帰る支度しろ。
I got close to her and gently shook her shoulder. Damn, she must have been really out. I wish I can sleep like that.
ほら、起きろというのに。
毎日ダメ。眠い。
電車なくなっちまうぞ。
The power of sleep is truly an amazing thing, isn't it? Mayuri curled up on the sofa, holding her legs in her arms. She calmly exhaled and went back to sleep. I shook her shoulder a little more strongly this time.
おい、まゆり。ここに泊まっていってもいいが。だったら家に電話しろ。明日お墓参りなんだろ。
そうだね。
Mayuri took her phone out of her bag and sleepily dialed her home number into it. She tells her parents that she's going to stay the night in the lab. The moment she ends the call, she falls back asleep, the phone still in her hand.
たくしょうがないやつだな。
She's still a kid. I smiled wryly as I took her phone from her hand and placed it back in her bag. Inside the bag, I caught sight of Robo Maishi, looking almost complete. Damn, we're pretty tired too. The sound of Mayuri's breathing makes me sleepy. I popped my head into the development room to chat with Daru before bed.
おい、ダル。俺もちょっと寝る。もしも帰るんなら鍵をかけていけよ。
ああ。
Daru was too engrossed in his doujinshi to do any more than grunt. I sat next to Mayuri, leaned back on the couch, and closed my eyes. Little by little, the rhythm of Mayuri's breathing and my own began to sync up. As it did, I was lulled into a calm sleep. Damn. I wish I was that tired. I wish I could sleep as heavily as that. Oh no. Oh no. The distant sound of the shower had woken me up. I rubbed my eyes and looked at the clock, 3 in the morning. I'd planned on just taking a nap, but I guess I actually fell asleep for a while. I turned my head toward the shower room. Under the patter of the shower, I can hear Mayuri's breathing. She must be the one showering. And then where could Daru be? When I looked over at the development room, the lights were off. He must have gone home. Wait. I was overwhelmed by a feeling of déjà vu. I remember this situation. I've done this before. Yeah, that's right. This is the curious dream I had last night. The one where Mayuri was wearing her bikini in the shower for some reason and then comes onto me. It's completely baffling. What if it's the same shit? What if this is a sign? I returned my gaze to the shower room again. Unlike my dream, the curtains closed, and there's no way that she'd show up in her bikini. This is stupid. I managed to push that tenacious image from my mind and lean back onto the couch. It's the middle of the night. Daru's not here, and I've got nothing to do. I close my eyes to try and get back to sleep. I have a bad feeling about this. With my eyes closed, I'm unable to focus on anything but the sound of the shower. And something she said to me in the dream came back to me like a refrain.
マユシーはね、ずっと思ってたんだよ。オカリンがマユシーのこと好きになってくれないかなって。
Yes.
マユシーのこと抱いてくれないかなって。
I don't know if I can answer that one. I tried to shake the voice out of my head. My heart began to pound a little bit faster. And that's enough, Hyowo-in Kyoma. Think about something else, anything else. But the human brain is a fascinating thing. The more I tell myself to think about something else, the harder it gets to do so. That is how it be. Mayuri having fun at the photo shoot at the park. Mayuri saving my life at the pool. I think of the way Mayuri expresses herself, see her face over and over in different ways, and the shower stopped and I heard the person in the shower coming out. Drying their body with a towel, getting dressed, it all sounds sensual. If Daru steps out of the shower, I'll have a funny story to tell. I think before I hear Mayuri quietly sigh. Okay, slow down. Why do I feel so nervous about this? Mayuri's taken tons of showers at our lab, so why do I feel like a puberty-stricken middle schooler now? Once she had finished dressing, the curtain opened and Mayuri stepped out. Unsure of how to respond to this, I quickly pretended to be asleep. If I opened my eyes right now, Mayuri's so sensitive that she would feel bad about waking me up. Better to just fake it. Besides, I felt kind of guilty for having such dirty thoughts. I hear Mayuri quietly walking around the lab. The smell of her shampoo and body wash, tickles my nose. And what I presume was an attempt to not wake me up, Mayuri slowly opened the door to the fridge, took out some barley tea, poured it into a glass, and drank it. She sighed and walked over to me. And then she sat down right beside me. She stayed still for a moment. And then she rustled around in her bag and took something out. I very slightly opened my eyes to see her holding Robo Mayushi in one hand and a sewing needle in the other. It's almost complete, so she must be putting the finishing touches on it. She kept sewing Robo Mayushi's clothes for a while, and then she sighed and spoke aloud. She put down her sewing implements and raised Robo Mayushi to eye level. She's probably checking for any problems. Mayuri muttered to herself contentedly, then placed her handcrafted doppelganger on the table.
おかりん大切にしてくれるかな。
I mean,
してくれ
I
る
would.
よね。
The next moment she turned to me, I closed my eyes in a panic. That was close, but somehow I don't think she noticed. I try not to move a muscle as Mayuri stares at me, or at least I think she's staring at me. For a long time, I don't hear anything but the sounds of her breathing. How long is this going to last? Tired of pretending to be asleep, I started planning how I could pretend to wake up. First, I'll start moving like I'm about to wake up, and then open my eyes and mumble, "Oh, what is it, Mayuri?" Yeah, this is perfect. Let's do this. But just as I was about to enact my brilliant wake-up plan, Mayuri started talking.
ルカ君の神社のお祭り。まゆし、本当は行きたかったな。おかりんと一緒に行きたかったな。
She spoke so quietly I could barely hear her, but her words quietly hit my ears.
昔はよく一緒にお祭りを見に行ったよね。あれは岸魔神様のお祭りだったかな。綿菓子、あんず飴、金魚すくい、水風船、みんな大好きだったよ。あとね、おかりんが射的で取ってくれたお人形、実はね、まだ持ってるんだ。で、まゆしーの宝物なのです。
She stopped talking for a while. After the silence, the tone of her voice had changed slightly.
だけどね、お祭りは人がいっぱいいて、まゆしーはいっつも迷子になっちゃったよね。それで一人で泣いてると必ずおかりんが見つけてくれた。泣いてるまゆしーの手を引いて、もう泣くなよっていっつも言ってくれた。その時思ったんだ。おかりんがいればもう大丈夫だって。もう何にも怖くないんだって。おかりんがいれば何にも。
Mayuri stopped speaking, returning the room to complete silence. I wish I could see her face right now, but with my eyes closed like this, I can only imagine. And then, the smell of her shampoo grows stronger. The sound of her breathing and the swish of her clothes draw closer to my face. What is she gonna do? I held my breath. Her soft hand timidly touches my cheek. She delicately strokes my face as if to trace its shape. Is this another dream like the one I had yesterday? So I'm gonna wake up in my room and then a surprise Mayuri's, okay, gonna come in to see me on the floor. Is that it? Huh? I feel a warm drop of water land on my cheek. 1 drop, 2, and then 3, and then quickly multiplied in number. And I hear... Oh, she crying. The quiet sounds of crying. Wait, is Mayuri crying? I opened my eyes. Mayuri gasped and covered her face with her hands. She jumped up from the sofa and rushed straight into the shower room.
Oi, Mayuri!
I followed after her. But just before I reached the shower room, I heard it lock in front of me.
Mayuri! どうしたんだ、おい!
ごめんね。起こしちゃった。
お前、なんで泣いてるんだ？
泣いてないよ。
嘘だ。泣いてただろ、今。
泣いてなんかいません。
話してみろ、わけを。
泣いてないもん。
Mayuri insisted strongly. Not knowing what to do, I lightly tapped on the shower room door.
わかった。お前は泣いてない。だから開けてくれ。そんなところにいたら暑くてたまらないだろ
I mean, we're making a point here.
う。なあ、マユリ。
Hearing that only made me more worried about her, so I tried to knock a little louder. Just then, the lab entrance opened behind me. Ah, shit.
んどったのオカリン
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, but we gotta wrap it up here. I apologize, but holy shit, things are getting emotional. I really wonder what's going on here. I really do. So next time, we'll jump right back in and we'll see what's going on with Mayuri. Damn. I hate it when I do this. Thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, if you will. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.